Welcome to the session Human Nervous System. This is the fourth chapter in biology. Do all the animals have same nervous system? No. The nervous system may differ from animal to animal. Human beings have well developed nervous system so that only they can think and react. Human nervous system is differentiated into CNS, PNS and ANS. Central nervous system. It consists of brain and spinal cord. It acts as a center for the information processing and control. Peripheral nervous system consists of nerves of brain and nerves of spinal cord, that is 12 pairs of cranial nerves and 31 pairs of spinal nerves. Autonomic nervous system consists of sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. First we'll see about the central nervous system. It consists of brain and spinal cord. Both are delicate structure. It is protected by the thick bony cavities like skull and vertebral column. Brain is located in the skull and spinal cord is located in the vertebral column. Both are made up of two types of matter, that is grey matter and white matter, based on the presence of myelinated nerve fiber. Grey matter, it is made up of non-myelinated nerve fiber, and white matter made up of myelinated nerve fiber. Further, it is protected by the connective tissues. The connective tissues are otherwise called as meninges. There are three connective tissues: dura mater, arachnoid membrane and pia mater. Dura mater, which is the outermost layer, which is very thick. Arachnoid membrane, that is the middle layer, which is made up of web-like structure. And the last one is the pia mater, that is the innermost layer, which is very thin and soft. These three layers protects the central nervous system from the mechanical injury. Coming to the human brain. Human brain is mainly consists of three parts: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Forebrain consists of cerebrum, thalamus and hypothalamus. Hindbrain consists of cerebellum, pons and medulla oblongata. First we'll see the first part of the forebrain, that is cerebrum. The cerebrum is divided into two hemispheres. It is longitudinally divided into two hemispheres by the median cleft. One is left hemisphere, another one is right hemisphere. Cerebrum, it is the largest part of the brain. That is 2/3 of the brain now is cerebrum. It has outer layer and inner layer. Outer grey matter and the inner white matter. The grey matter is called as cerebral cortex and the white matter is called as cerebral medulla. The cerebral cortex part has some elevations and depressions. Look at the diagram closely. The grey matter, that is the cerebral cortex, have some elevations and some depressions. This is the elevation part and this is the depression part. The elevation is said to be as gyri and the depressions of the cerebral cortex is said to be as sulci, which are present in the cerebral cortex. Coming to the function of the cerebrum, the main function is thinking, intelligence, imagination and willpower. And the cerebrum, that part consists of four lobes. Each hemisphere has four lobes. That is parietal lobe, frontal lobe, occipital lobe and temporal lobe. Each hemisphere has four lobes: frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe and temporal lobe. Each lobe has some specific function. Any damage in specific lobe in turn affects its function. Coming to the second and third part of the forebrain, that is thalamus and hypothalamus. This is the thalamus part. The thalamus, and this is the hypothalamus. Thalamus is present in the cerebral medulla. It acts as a relay center which conducts a signal from the sensory organ and motor organ. That is the function of the thalamus. This part is the hypothalamus, which is located at the base of the thalamus. So which act as a thermoregulatory center because it controls the temperature, and it also an important link between the nervous system and endocrine system. Coming to the midbrain, this is the midbrain part. The midbrain is present below the thalamus. It consists of 4 rounded bodies called corpora quadrigemina. So the rounded bodies are called as corpora quadrigemina. The main function of the midbrain is auditory signaling and visual signaling because it is attached with the nerves of eyes and ears. The last part of the brain is hindbrain. The hindbrain consists of 3 main parts: cerebellum, pons and medulla oblongata. Cerebellum. Cerebellum also consists of 2 hemispheres. One is left hemisphere, another one is right hemisphere, and the center one it has vermis. The main function of the cerebellum it is the coordinate the voluntary movements and also maintains the body balance. That is the main function of the cerebellum. It is the second largest part of the brain. This is the pons. Pons means bridge. It relays signals between the cerebellum, spinal cord, midbrain. It controls the respiration and sleep cycle. That is the important function of the pons. It controls sleep cycle and respiration. This part is the medulla oblongata. This medulla oblongata connects the spinal cord with the various parts of the brain. It acts as cardiac center, vasomotor center and respiratory center because it controls the heart beat rate and contraction relaxation of vessels, and it controls the respiration cycle. Coming to the spinal cord. Spinal cord it is extended from the medulla oblongata. It is and the posterior end of the spinal cord is thin thread-like structure called as filum terminale. This structure is known as filum terminale because of its thread-like structure. It is cylindrical in shape. It has both gray matter and white matter. The gray matter is H-shaped. Look at the picture. It has H-shaped. The upper end of the gray matter is known as posterior horns. The upper end of the H is known as posterior horns, and the lower end of the H gray matter is known as anterior horn. The nerves which are enters into the posterior horns are said to be as afferent nerves, and the nerves which are comes out from the anterior horns are said to be as efferent nerves when both the nerves are connected to form the spinal nerves. So afferent neuron and efferent neurons join together and form the spinal nerves. That's all about the structure of spinal cord. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe the channel.